Speaking of mask hysteria, I wanted to go through this thread and talk about it. So this is a literally like a conspiracy boomer fan fiction post that some crazy bitch posted on Facebook. And may I add, of course it's on Facebook, right? Like all the conspiracy theory boomers, all the people who think that the masks are the next move of the communists to take over and turn us all into demon pedophiles or some weird shit. Like that's that's where all of them go, over on Facebook. So I just thought we would go through this because it is literally, someone said it's absolutely deranged, and oh my goodness, they're not lying. So let's make me a little bigger here. All right. Grandma, did people really not wear oh, do you want me to do like some dramatic intro music or anything, guys? Okay, hold on. Dun 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 dun. The year is 2000 something later. Grandma. The day was warm, and a little child said, Grandma. Oh, wow. You could have been more accurate. I thought we were going to be like, Z, identifying female. Grandma, did people really not wear masks when you were a kid? No, they didn't. People didn't start wearing masks until I was 33 in 2020. Ruben, your daddy was 4 when it all started. Wow. Oh boy, this is heating up to something really creepy, guys. Bobby wrinkles his nose at me and picks up his mask by the door. You mean you didn't wear a mask at all, he says, swinging his around his finger. What's with all the weird detailing here? I just realized I was wearing headphones when I didn't need to. What's with this, like, hyper, like, detailing? It's so cringy. You mean you didn't wear a mask at all? No, not ever, I say, as I'm knitting a scarf. But how did you stay safe, Bobby says, setting his mask down. Oh, we got sick a lot. Your daddy had the flu when he was 3. It was scary, but he pulled through. He's had his share of colds as a child. That's scary. It's bad to get sick. I stop and think, is it time? Yes, it must be time. I hope we're not like gonna be giving the kid the talk or something. Bobby will be 8 soon, and there are things he needs to know. Things it might not be safe for his father or his mother to talk about. Things that are safer shared from an older mouth. What the fuck? I snuggle him up on the couch and try to think of where to begin. Oh boy. Let's try to just place yourself in Bobby's mind right now, guys. This is so cringe. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Now, Bobby, I'm going to tell you some things. I want you to hold these things inside of you and don't talk about them to anyone else, you hear? Some of these ideas can be misunderstood if the wrong person hears them. All right, we're going towards some X-Files territory here. I think he understands. I hope he understands. Back in 2020, there was a virus. You probably learned about it in school. COVID-19, Bobby says. He isn't smiling. Okay, I think he's a little scared here. I did. Yes, COVID-19 was when everything changed. Is that why you had to go to jail, Grandma? Uh-oh. Why would Grandma be going to jail? Now my heart sinks. He's getting ahead of me. No, not real, I say. Daddy says you had to go to jail when he was little, and he missed you a lot. I feel tears prick the edges of my vision, but I blink them away. I feel like whoever wrote this wanted to make a dramatic novel, but it wouldn't have been long enough. So they just put it in a Facebook post where some deranged boomers could find this, like, really, really spooky. Yes, you see, Grandma didn't like vaccines. I didn't want to vaccinate my children, but a few years after COVID-19, we lost the right to choose things like that. But Grandma didn't give up. I fought for the right to keep Ruben and Rebecca free from vaccines. So I went to jail for a while. It was hard for your daddy. He missed me a lot. Okay, just stop with this shit, all right? Everyone has the right to choose whether they're going to vaccinate their kids or not, which, listen, I have to do a little more thinking on that, but I do think that parents who choose not to vaccinate their kids, that is an act of child abuse. 100%. Especially if the parent themselves is vaccinated. If you're fucking vaccinated and you're not choosing to fucking vaccinate your kids, then yeah, it's child abuse. I think even if the parent isn't vaccinated and they choose not to vaccinate their kids, it's fucking child abuse because you're setting your kid up to be susceptible to all kinds of diseases. And we've already seen recently measles outbreaks because people won't fucking vaccinate their kids. Right, because they believe that it'll cause some kind of autism or some shit, which is literally like so disproven. So yeah, I guess after COVID now, they're saying we're going to start forcing people to take vaccines. Oh, right. This is coming from those other conspiracy theories that Bill Gates is actually the Antichrist and he's injecting the vaccine to turn us all into demons. Like one of those things, right? No one's going to get forced to take a vaccine. But if you don't choose to take a vaccine, then you're a Neanderthal. Bobby holds my hand, and I remember another little boy so many years ago, who also sat on this couch and held my hand, and I remember his tears as the police took me away from him. I don't want to remember this, but vaccines are good for you, Grandma. They keep you safe. We learned about them in school. Probably public school. Remember, guys, public schools they are indoctrinating their kids, but at the same time, conservatives right now are obsessed with sending kids back to school, even though we're in a pandemic. I don't know. Okay. I sigh. That's what they say. I say. Yet back when I was a kid, sometimes people died after they were vaccinated. Sometimes people were damaged by the vaccines. What do you mean damaged? There have literally been gigantic studies that disprove that vaccines cause autism or have really any kind of flaws. Like you can have some negative side effects like any kind of medication. And also the people died, I believe that came from some kind of like defunct government thing. I don't know, but I know that there's never been any like actual proof that people are all dying from vaccines. And we still don't know what it is in them. And we still don't know what is in them. No one will tell us. That's not true. We know what's in them, but people bitch a lot because they say that there's like fetuses in there, which is not true. Literally, what they did was I'm trying to remember here what they did. They like extracted it from one, like they took cells from one fetus that had been consensually aborted back in like the 80s. And then they used that to sort of like create the vaccine. So no, it doesn't have like fetuses in there that you're injecting in yourself. It doesn't have mercury in there that's going to hurt you. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I turned to look into Bobby's eyes. People still are damaged by vaccines now. Just no one talks about it. Lady, maybe you were vaccinated because you sound like you're autistic. Kidding. Joke. Joke! Bobby scrunches his eyes up. He's trying so hard to wrap his mind around my words. The world was a very different place when I grew up, I say. We had coins like the ones in my collection. We spent those coins as money instead of using the chips we have today. Oh, the mark of the beast. No one wore masks, and you didn't have to get vaccinated if you didn't want to. Parents could teach their kids at home if they wanted, and school wasn't year-round. Okay, but you could think what you wanted. No one was arrested for speaking their mind. People met in churches to sing to God. Oh, I guess this is because they closed churches for a little while because they weren't essential literally at all. Oh, right. Is this because people are still mad because churches got closed temporarily? And people were like, churches are being closed and deemed non-essential, but why are liquor stores still open? Like, because people can die if they don't have liquor. If you're an alcoholic, you could die from not having liquor, but I thought God's everywhere. Can't you pray to God at home? God, this is so stupid. Bobby still looks confused. I wonder if he can even picture a world like I'm describing. I wonder if he can even understand. Kids played together in the streets. We had birthday parties where people would come to your house and hang out. I could hug my friends whenever I wanted. Now. Ah! Bruh. It's so stupid. Even my microphone just tried to, like, commit suicide. Hold on. We're having a little bit of delays here today, aren't we, guys? Alright. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. It's okay, everybody. My microphone just gave up. Believe me, buddy, I've been wanting to do the same thing. My microphone just made like... Actually, I was going to say made like Epstein, but everyone knows Epstein didn't kill himself. Alright. Kids played together. I was choked up. It must be my age. I'll be 76 this January. I swallowed. Okay, that's ew. Now, Bobby, dear, don't go repeating anything I've told you. Keep it hidden in your heart, like the verses we learn under... Oh my god. I've never read this whole thing, so that's why I'm so fucking stunned by it. Okay, hold on. Keep it hidden in your heart like the verses we learn over breakfast. Like the Bible under the planks in the shed, he asks. I nod. Yes, like the Bible hidden in the shed. Bobby slips from my side. I let him go, hearing the Legos tinkle from the other room. The Legos his dad collected as a kid. I sit for a while, thinking back. Times sure have changed. I don't think they have changed for the better, no matter what the government says. I wonder what other things will change before my bones go into the earth. Soon the memories of that other world, that world of freedom and breath, will be buried in my tomb with me, and only the young will remember, if they can. There it is, guys. This is how boomers, I guess. Wait, who wrote this thing? This is how Carolyn Ruth Malarkey this is how she thinks it's going to go down. COVID is just the beginning, guys. First, there's a deadly pandemic that's been documented internationally. And this is now going to lead to the government saying you should wear masks because it's been scientifically proven to help slow the spread of COVID. And somehow that's going to lead to Bill Gates manufacturing a vaccine that's all mandated, and then you all get the chip in your hand, and then the Bible is illegal and free speech is eroded. All because of COVID and those pesky scientists saying that wearing masks work. Wow. All right, well, I agree with the person who posted this. This is absolutely deranged.